Hello, Internet. This is our Supernatural Episode 2 review. This is Jen. I am Tony. We're running down the second episode for Season 11. Jen, you want to start us off?
All right, well, the first thing that I really want to talk about is, of course, the darkness, our big bad in this season so far. And we made jokes our last video on episode 1 about her getting bigger quicker, and of course,
Yeah,
boom. And the one thing that we didn't
called
talk
that.
about, you definitely called it, but the one thing we didn't call is that she does it by eating souls. And
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's
Well,
a very cool aspect.
And I didn't even think about the fact that at the end of episode 1, they do their preview for the next week, and Crowley says something about the baby eating souls, and it didn't register in my brain at all. Of course, that's how it grows up very fast,
And we were hoping that it was going to be this good guy.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden,
I really like that theory.
No, now it is like the baby is the darkness, and now it's this big dark entity and this big scary thing. And
Well, it's still a little kid darkness, though.
yeah, but it's not going to be a little kid darkness for long. I mean, how many
know.
souls does it have to be a big girl darkness?
Crowley just gave it like
a whole
3 or
family.
4, yeah.
A whole family. So that'll be very interesting to see, and that could be our curly hair person. Who knows?
Right.
It's very possible, but it's very impossible with this show. Who knows?
Because the cop chick's dead.
Yeah, which I did not see that coming.
No, I didn't
personally.
either.
I was expecting
I'm
her to
glad.
stay
I didn't
around.
like her very well.
I liked her. I
didn't like her
thought
very
she
much
was
at
pretty
all.
cool. I was expecting her to stay around a few episodes. I was shocked when she was like uber dead, and like they checked her and they're like, she's dead, and I'm like, really?
I didn't like her face.
Surprise. I know you and you're weird. And Crowley helping the darkness. What's the motivation behind this?
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's got some ulterior motive for that. I mean,
It's Crowley, of course.
I
he
do
does.
like that it's all about Crowley and the evil entity of himself, and he's not like going with the boys and shit like that.
No, I
before.
do like that. And when there was one point he was like, I am not your sidekick. And
Exactly.
I'm like, thank God.
Yeah,
because,
get away from that.
Yeah,
We've
and
had
not that I
enough of it.
don't, I love the character Crowley, but I love the character better when it's opposing the guy.
Yeah, he's a good
when he's the
villain.
bad guy.
Yeah.
And I did like him, especially when he was with Demon Dean and they were buddies, and it was really cute.
That was
and we,
funny,
And we
yeah,
got to
I
see
like
that
that.
again, like when he was playing, what is it?
He
Father
was,
Crowley.
Yeah.
Father Crowley. That was
Bruce
cute.
Crowley.
And to me, it's like Crowley is always the type of character that continually works in his own self-interest. So what has he got going on? I mean, what helps him when he's helping the darkness? The darkness could destroy him. So is he just trying to get on the darkness' good
that's
side?
probably why he's trying
Yeah, but
to...
this darkness, it destroys literally everything. That's what it does. Why would he want to help it? It's still going to destroy him if it destroys the whole world.
He could be playing it and trying to destroy it at the same time, but when Sam and Dean go against it, it's head on, balls to the wall, I'm gonna take you down.
Yeah.
Crowley is more, I'm gonna sneak in behind you and stab you from the back. So
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, and so we've still got Crowley, who is now officially opposing the guys, but you got to remember, we've still got Metatron.
Yep.
We've still got Rowena, who, I mean, we saw her in the blonde wig at the end.
Yeah, and I knew about that a little bit. I saw some
She
pictures
looks pretty
before.
good as a blonde.
I don't mind her as a blonde,
Not
which makes
bad.
sense if we haven't seen her in a couple episodes, that she's gonna look a little bit different.
Yeah.
She has to kind
It's
of
weird
stay
seeing that
underground.
thick of an accent with the
I know,
straight
right?
blonde hair, though. It's a little odd. But she looks good. But, I mean, we
Yep.
still got Rowena with, the Book of the Damned, or the Book of,
Yep.
And she's got the Codex. So, I mean, she's, like, uber powerful. She's
Yeah,
got it all.
she's gonna. Well, and
She's gonna come back, and I don't understand why she's wearing the disguise, because we're talking about, like, the most powerful witch of all time. Like,
just
she's
to stay away until she's ready to do what she wants.
Maybe,
and
we'll
she can
see.
do whatever she wants.
I don't know, we'll see. But we've still got those two threats definitely lingering, so it just kind of seems like all of these big bads are
Mm-hmm.
building up. Like, what are these guys gonna do,
Well,
and we've still got the thought that Sam and Dean are still lying to each other. They're still not being totally honest and open with each other and telling each other what's going on. They still
which
seem
is
to be
pretty
these
norm.
two. I know, but they still seem to be these two separate entities, like going on their own paths instead of working together.
Well, and Sam never said anything to Dean, as far as I could recall, about being infected in
He
the
never
first
did.
place.
He never told Dean he was infected, and
Or
now
the
he's
fact
even
that-
cured it.
Yeah, he supposedly cured it, which we're assuming with the holy fire or holy water or oil, holy oil. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, and cured other people in the area. So, or that's in the hospital. Doesn't say a word to him about it at
I
all.
know,
So
absolutely
I mean,
nothing
he's
so far.
got to, because if they're gonna cure more infected,
He's got to come.
he's
He's got
got
to come
say,
clean.
hey, this is what happened.
But at this point, he doesn't have to tell Dean he was ever infected.
But he's gonna wonder how he figured it out.
True. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Going back to Crowley as the priest, Father Crowley, and everything, he got called to the house in the first place because freaking Darkness Baby Amara was flying, blocks
Blocks.
around saying
Feed
feed me. Dean goes up there, and it was kind of odd to me that he checked Amara, like I don't know if he was looking for like, infected like the veins or
Yeah,
whatever.
but he immediately went up
Yeah,
there
like,
to
oh,
look
what's
for...
this? But how would he know it was there unless he was maybe checking for infected?
You know, and I think it's one of those things. If you're a real Supernatural fan, you look at the plot holes and go, you know what?
Like, whatever.
It's okay.
Like, he has to see it at some point, or
It's
unless you want to
alright.
just say that he's connected to Amara through the
And that could be true
the
because he
mark.
still has a connection to the darkness.
And I almost don't even want to say it's a mark of Cain anymore because it has
It's
nothing
not.
to do.
It's just kind of the mark.
Yeah, it's just the mark.
One of the big aspects of this episode that got to me is we had a throwback to one of the older seasons. I believe it was season 5, one of the later episodes. Sam kept talking about Dean deserves a life while he was sitting in the chapel and he's praying and he says Dean deserves a life, and Dean's better than this and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, haven't we been here before?
Well, and that's almost. I mean, we're still probably, besides just this one, 2 seasons away, 12 and 13 before they call it quits if they do end it on 13.
If they do.
Is this foreshadowing for Sam is going to be the one that sacrifices himself? Because Dean was out at one time. I mean, I guess Sam was, like, if you want to go back to, like, when he hit the dog and all that, and when Dean was gone. But when Sam went into, at the end of season 5, going into season 6, he went into the cage.
Yeah.
And Dean was out.
Yeah.
He
had a life.
He had a life.
Good.
He was there for a year.
I mean, it was a paranoid as hell life. But,
yeah, but
I mean, it was still a life. It was,
after a while, I think that would change.
I think it was as normal as someone in his situation could have ever gotten.
Right. So
and he was happy and he was doing good.
Foreshadowing for Sam will be the one that sacrifices himself at the end of this whole series, and Dean is the one that's like, I'm just gonna live my life now.
No, I still don't think that's possible.
I don't either, but
it will end with both of them sacrificing themselves for the greater good. And Sam's vision. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh yeah,
and we saw it in the trailer. We saw it in the season 11 trailer. Sam's vision of the eyes getting pulled back and the whole torture thing. What do we think that's about? Like, what exactly do we think is going on? Because I mean, he's sitting there praying in the chapel and he says, "I want a sign. Just give me a sign." And then all of a sudden, he gets this weird vision of him being tortured, and then he yells, "What does this mean?"
My first thought, my initial reaction when he was, "What does this mean?" kind of thing, was he was being punished. It almost seems like Sam and Dean are always in for we're doing this, we're helping people, we're killing monsters, but look how much how many things they've done terrible. They let the darkness out
to save each other.
Just to save each other. Why would God say, "Oh, Sam, of course I'll be on your side"? God's probably like, "Dude, fuck you. You know how much shit you've caused? Like
you're ruining my ant farm."
Exactly. Like, you broke the glass and let the sand trickle out. What is your problem?
What is wrong with you?
So, if anything, it might be Sam getting a sign saying, "No, like, this is bad. You're being punished. This whole thing is gonna end terribly for you."
Well, okay, but I mean, to me, that almost looked like a vision of hell when we saw Dean with the chains and blah, 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 blah. That's what it reminded me of. But the Reaper already told Dean, like, you are not going to heaven. You are not going to hell. You're getting thrown into the nothing. Or
the empty.
The empty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
They always have some little...
Well, and I thought, to me, honestly, that was probably one of the biggest plot holes I've ever seen in this show in my entire life. Because the Reaper said that Death thought it was funny that you kept coming back, and he thought it was funny, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that, to me, when we met the character Death, do you really think he ever found it funny?
No. If anything, he found it insignificant in the first place.
I didn't know.
Care.
I don't think he even found it insignificant. I think he saw it as a slap in the face. Like, this is my job. This is what I do. And you're making a mockery of what I am.
You keep coming back to life, and I'm supposed to be making you...
Yeah. You are making a mockery of exactly what I am. And to me, that is not something that Death would have found funny. And I like, when she said that, I kind of went, what? Like, I totally clicked out of the show. I went, okay, that's just silly.
When Dean at the end there was he? I can't remember what part of it. He was looking for Amara maybe in the house.
I don't know. And he's he's searching around and he's going,
Yeah,
and we hear this weird electronic like
yeah, I
rocky
was gonna
music.
say it wasn't even like techno. It was
It
like
was
electronic
weird.
kind of goth rock kind of weird.
Yeah,
Like it
was
reminded me like they went
awkward.
underworld-esque kind of with it, and I like the first Underworld movie. I don't mind that in the movie necessarily, but it doesn't fit Supernatural.
No.
So I didn't hate it
It was.
for
I
what
didn't.
it was,
I can't
but
say that I disliked it. It was
it
awkward.
didn't fit the
For
show.
people who have been watching the seasons, like,
Well, and even when you look at
awkward.
the trailer or the next episode or next week on Supernatural,
Yeah.
the way they are putting together those trailers or pilots or whatever you want to call
Totally
them,
different.
they're totally different. It's I sound super old, but it's way more like young, like we're gonna have letters fly in here, and we're gonna have this do this, and here's music and boom bang boom, like
Let's grab the kitties.
yeah. So I mean, I guess you wanted to grab your younger audience,
I
which makes
suppose.
sense. It's been going on 11 years, but
It's not.
where's
It's
my
not
old school rock?
Supernatural. Yeah.
Where's
Carry on my way.
yeah, you had it last season.
Yeah.
It was like the main feature of the
Right?
last episode in the beginning. What the fuck happened, guys? So that is our episode 2 review of Supernatural season 11. We'll have another one up next week, probably around Sunday or Monday.
I know that Kendra and I are going to be putting out some book reviews on a book that we've been reading called American Gods.
Look
Go
forward to
check it
that.
out. It's absolutely awesome so far. We're only a couple of chapters
I'm
in.
just
It's going to be great.
hearing things that are on it, and it's weird and interesting, and
It's
you should
very
check
good.
that out.
It's a very
Yes.
good book. Please enjoy.
I'm hopefully going to be doing more just wrestling reviews in general, more Raws. I might only hit pay-per-views and special events. We'll see. Me and Mike are going to be into that a little bit more. And definitely more the Let's Plays, the 10-minute Let's Plays. Get some more, gaming content in. Definitely like us on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit us up on Twitter. We want to hear from you, absolutely.
Yeah, tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you want to see, because we do all kinds of stuff. We're into all of it. So just
Yeah,
bring
that's
it
the
on.
whole point. We're looking for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to capstone all of it. So
and-
just let us know.
Comment and absolutely share.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye.